Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream. I'm going to do your July 24th just for today in a meditation. I hope you're doing well this morning. Let's go ahead and get into that meditation. I defer to talk about if I'm doing well today. I'm doing great, actually. I just need to wake up. Okay, here we are. All right. The masks have to go. We covered low self esteem by hiding behind phony images that we hoped would fool people. The masks have to go. That comes from the basic text, page 33. Oversensitivity, insecurity, and lack of identity are often associated with active addiction. Many of us carry these with us into recovery. Our fears of inadequacy, rejection, and lack of direction do not disappear overnight. Many of us have images, false personalities, rather, we have constructed either to protect ourselves or please others. Some of us use masks because we're not sure who we really are. Sometimes we think that these images, built to protect us while using, might also protect us in recovery. We use false fronts to hide our true personality, to disguise our lack of self esteem. These masks hide us from others and also from our own true self. By living a lie, we are saying that we cannot live with the truth about ourselves. The more we hide our real selves, the more we damage our self esteem. One of the miracles of recovery is the recognition of ourself, complete with assets and liabilities. Self esteem begins with this recognition. Despite our fear of becoming vulnerable, we need to be willing to let go of our disguises. We need to be free of our mask and free to trust ourselves. Just for today, I will let go of my mask and allow my self esteem to grow. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Yeah, the mask has to go, right? And there's several. It's not just one mask. I remember writing this poem. I love poetry. And back in the day, I used to write a lot of poetry and actually recite it in different places. Okay. So I had written this poem a long time ago. And it was motivated by this quote in the basic text. Basic text, page 33, that quote, the masks have to go. And the title of the poem was I Am the Mask. That's how deeply held my front was, right? My mask. I believe that I was one with it. And I believe that if I lost the mask, I would cease to survive. I had developed the perfect image of what I wanted to present to people. No matter if I was dealing with rejection, if I was dealing with fear, my own inadequacy, if I was dealing with abandonment, anger, right? Um, Lust. It could be something that was perceived good as well. However, no matter what it was, I had a persona that I wanted to present. And basically, the long and short of it is that persona was a stone cold face that said, I could care less if you like me, love me, or hold me in disdain or hate me. I don't care. And I'm going to look straight through you. And I'm not going to show you that I care, because that's what I needed to do to survive when I was younger and being tortured, right? And so that stayed with me. And when I read this here, that the masks have to go, it sounded good, but it didn't sound like something that I would be able to do. And it wasn't something that I did willingly. When my mask started to go, it wasn't because I was like, oh, let me work the program. No, my poor decision making, my behavior, my absolute refusal to go beyond the first step led me to very uncomfortable circumstances. And when my mask finally lifted from my face, it seemed like it pulled all my flesh with it. It was painful and it was cracked into a billion pieces. It was like a Mack truck had hit my mask. And there was the only thing that I could salvage from it was the breath that was within my lungs. I needed to live. And I think sometimes that was just pride as well. That there's no way I'm going to allow this absolute devastation to be the last word that people heard from me. I needed to come through it and I needed to survive it so that I could get back, retaliate. I don't even think it was that, oh, God kept me and I'm going to make it through this. I don't think it was that positive at all. I don't think I really cared if I lived in a sense. I think that I chose to, that I felt like I had to, because that was the only way I was going to be able to make a statement. So, and I'm grateful for that. I'm definitely not trying to say I wish it had turned out otherwise. I'm grateful for that. What about you? What is the mask? What is the front, the pseudo personality that you keep presenting? What is it? And how much longer do you think you need to keep it? You made it this far. When will we know the real you? Because the sooner that mask goes, the sooner the secrets can go. And I absolutely believe we are sick as our secret. But if my persona is this upbeat, positive, wealthy presentation, then when things go sideways and it's not really upbeat, um, I'm penniless, homeless. How do you ask for help if no one knows what's really going on? If you've always presented yourself one way, how do you start to let other people know that this is the real you? How do you do that? If you act like you have everything all together all the time, when things aren't together, who would you be able to talk to without exposing yourself as being a fraud? And I know that's an intense word, but that's what it comes down to. Why not today? Why not choose today to let the mask go and just be yourself, your real self, your authentic self, and let your self esteem begin to be rebuilt, to grow, and to become more secure, you're going to go through something. I went through a serious situation, a highly debilitating situation. But coming through it, I take much better care of myself today. I love differently today. Every passing thought, I don't move on today. Every word that comes to my mind, I don't speak it today. Still deal with a little bit of anything, a little bit of road rage. That every now and then could result in a much more serious situation or altercation. But I'm working on that too. And the way that I work on that is I just stay to the right. I stay to the right unless I'm about to ram who's ever in front of me. Then I move to the left, pass, and I get back over to the right. If the traffic is not backed up, heavy traffic, I put it on cruise on the speed limit. I don't touch my phone. I have it where I can see it. However, I don't touch my phone until I get to my destination. So I just force myself to change my behavior. If I'm taking my time to get to where I'm going, then I'm not worried about who's pulling in and out in front of me, rushing. I could care less because I'm in the lane I want to be in. I'm on cruise and I'm going to take my time. That's sparing myself altercations as well as unknown people, right? Because I have road rage. Yeah. But otherwise, I believe like a lot of positive things have been happening for me since the mask has been lifted. So tell me about your mask. Let me tell you something. August 28th, I am going to have 30 years clean. If you're still listening, in the comments down below, in the description, there's a meeting called Feel the Love, group of NA. It meets on Mondays at 8 p.m., or excuse me, 7 p.m. I'm about to mess up. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It ends at 8:30. I'm going to be on that meeting on Zoom. I won't be able to make the in-person because I will be traveling. I will be in Alabama that particular day. However, I'm going to be at the Zoom meeting, and I would love to have individuals come and enjoy my clean time celebration. So put that on your calendar, August 28th, to join Mighty Stream for her 30 years. And listen, guys, it's okay that we love the podcast and we have a good time. It's okay if you mention that's how we met, but it definitely is not recommended or necessary, right? In that particular setting, in a setting of a meeting. So when you come, I want for you to enjoy the atmosphere recovery and let me know that you know me from that other place, right? You don't really have to speak code or anything like that. I just don't want to bombard that meeting talking about the podcast, right? I want to make sure that we're carrying the NA message in that particular meeting in a manner that I think is worthy of. So hopefully you can come. I'll be the lady in leopard and pink. Maybe, I don't know. I'll be so tired from my cruise. There's no telling what kind of condition I'll be in. However, I'm going to be there and I'm inviting you personally to come. August 28th, Feel the Love group of Narcotics Anonymous at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The information for the meeting is down below. Mark your calendars and join me. Be so nice to have you. Well, I'm going to go on to the next meditation. I hope that you're still with me and waiting for it by the time you get done with this one, and it will be posted. So have a beautiful day, otherwise on purpose, and I will do the same. Talk to you soon.